Poland is a country with many faces. It can delight you with its natural beauty, amaze you with its modernity, or interest you with its rich history. The busy streets of the big cities are full of life, and majestic nature can soothe your troubled nerves. In the last few decades, Poland has undergone an unprecedented metamorphosis and has become a possibility for many countries. Discover the stories of people who left their homeland and chose Poland as their new home. What did they expect? What did they discover? What made them so determined to stay here? Our heroes will answer these questions. Immigrants from all over the world who built their new lives in Poland. Every foreigner living in Poland has a unique story. A story of someone who, for various reasons, chose to leave their homeland and settle in a completely new environment. If this person decided it was worth traveling 15,000 kilometers, then their motivation must have been exceptionally strong.
It's Friday, it's the weekend, so you know what's happening after school today? We're going to go to a museum with cool army stuff. Okay, it's a Polish museum, and then afterwards we're going to go have your favorite ice cream.
My name's Kiron Diamond. I come from the Republic of South Africa, and I've been living in Poland for just over 2 years now.
What flavor do you think you're going to have? Okay, bubble gum. It's a bee, just relax. Just be calm. And you? And you, Raya, what flavor do you think you're going to have? You don't know. You're going to have strawberry.
I moved to Poland with my wife, who's Polish. Her name is Edyta. And we have two lovely gremlins, twin daughters, who keep us very busy, balls of energy, but really, really good hearts. And most of our motivation for moving was because of them.
Where are the keys? Ta-da! You can open.
I also want to open it.
Okay, maybe on Monday you'll open it.
No.
Yeah. Okay, all right, fine. Then give me the keys. You go in and you wait. One minute. Okay, here you go.
Why I go?
No, don't go. Okay, here you go. Uh-huh. Good work. You're the most expert key user. Okay. I'm an expert key user. Alrighty. 5 minutes.
When I was around 8 or 9, my parents took us on a Euro trip, myself and my middle brother. And I had such fond memories of it. Edita and I got together when we were very young, and we kind of had to work and save and save and save to do a Euro trip. One of my businesses took off quite well, got a good deal in, and we decided we're going to Europe. And the Europe that I saw and the Europe that I remembered weren't quite the same. Until we got to Poland.
I kind of fell in love with the place. I can't exactly put my finger on why, but just something about it spoke to me. I liked how safe it was. I liked how people remember their heritage and value it.
So we went back to South Africa, and it felt like I left a piece of myself here in Poland, which is really bizarre. And I just kept thinking about it, and I said, one day we're going to move there. And she was like, never, 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 never. A few years later, she falls pregnant. Turns out it was 2 girls at the same time. And one of the unfortunate things about our home country is that violence against women and children is really popular. I don't know if you can say popular, but it's very commonplace. And on the operating table, with them giving her a C-section, first baby comes out, it's a girl, yay. Another baby comes out, it's a girl, yay. First words to her, pack your bags, we're moving to Poland. That was easier said than done, but after a little while, COVID hitting, both my parents passing away, a lot of hectic things just happening, I eventually managed to convince her and her parents to sell everything they had and come here.
And so, of all the places in the world, I picked Poland. And obviously there was a bit of resistance, ironically from the Polish side, and the foreigner was like, let's go, let's do it. And here we are. And that's the story in a nutshell. And I'm sure as things go, you'll find out more. So this is where I live. This is where I work as well. And let's get to it. It's not MTV Cribs. It's nothing fancy, but it's home and we love it.
One of the most important things in a home is that it feels like home. And so I actually started buying stuff just for this place when we were planning on moving. And we wanted a place that feels happy because it's sometimes very gray outside. Weather doesn't affect me as much as it does my wife, so I thought, okay, if I can make this place look like a coloring book threw up on it, it might look cool. So it's very eclectic. I think it feels warm, it feels cozy, but it feels like home. When I'm on holiday, I miss home after the 3rd or 4th day, but I'm not sure if that's because of my kids screaming or because I miss home. But I feel very, very at ease here, and I think my wife and kids do as well.
All right, so this is my little office in a basement. Sometimes I have people coming in person, but a lot of my teaching is online and outside of Poland, all across Europe.
For work in Poland, I call it a boutique English school, but it's just really a small English school. I just make it sound fancy.
So around here is kind of everything that inspires me. So there's lots of art for my kids. It reminds me why I'm doing this. Reminds me even when they scream at me and don't want to cooperate that they do in fact still love me. Faith is very important to me, and because I work long hours, sometimes I do my prayers down here. And I'm about to start a class with one of my Polish students. You guys can film, but if you need to say something that's cool, just keep the volume down because I need to listen for pronunciation. I need to listen for grammatical formulations and words. So let's rock and roll. Her name's Monica, and I'm about to start. And then when I'm done, I'll be onto my next student. So enjoy.
Why I started the business was in South Africa, I had kind of noticed something. So there are different Slavic groups in South Africa and we're all kind of friends. And one of the commonalities was there was a confidence issue. And I said, hold on, if I can fix confidence and fix the pragmatism issue and the linguistics confidence issue, I can help the new generation do what they really want to do, and that's connect with the rest of the world. And I think Slavic nations as a whole have a lot to offer the world, and I think there's a lot the world can learn from them. Unfortunately, I think it's going the opposite way. But I think in terms of family values, in terms of the soul of people, in terms of respect for elders, again, not everyone, but there's a general spirit of this. I think the West has a lot to learn.
All right, bye, Monica. Well done again for today. Remember to do your homework. There's some things you need to work on. And big love, good luck with the doggy, and I'll see you next week. Ciao, ciao. Bye. Right. You do form sometimes very close relationships with people once you see them frequently on a daily basis. They tell you about their lives, so it's kind of, you kind of get close to your students sometimes, which I think is good. But now it's time for coffee on the block. Enjoy the sunshine. I'll catch you later. Bye.
As far as my background goes, it's quite interesting. My father's family are largely from the pre-communist sort of Royal Russian Empire. All of my mom's family hail from Greece. My father comes from less than humble beginnings, and my mom's family were a little bit more educated and wealthy. And you would expect me to have been raised Orthodox with two Orthodox or baptized Orthodox parents, but I wasn't. I got baptized later in life, and there's some reasons of how I returned home, but none of them were for some nationalistic or ethnic directive.
We're in Praga Północ, a district of Warsaw with a really, really rich history, especially concerning immigrants. This neighborhood was a crossroads between the East and the West. Different cultures, different people, all coming for a better hope, dream, and life. The place I want to show you is my home away from home. It's deeply meaningful, really important, and something that's essential to my life here in Poland, and has given me a lot of hope, a lot of strength, and it's really, really beautiful apart from all of that.
We're in the Metropolitan Cathedral of Warsaw, and the patron saint is Saint Mary Magdalene. You can see from a lot of the gold and icons everywhere how rich and how full the tradition is. This tradition actually goes back to the Old Testament, where Moses is instructed concerning what the temple should look like. When you walk into any Orthodox church, you're literally stepping into ancient Christianity. It's been around since 33 AD, officially, but I would argue even before that. So it's done in the classic Byzantine Russian style, which means that there's influence of Eastern Slavic expression, there's influence of Greek and East Roman expression, and it's almost like the history of Orthodoxy in one place, and it's really beautiful. It's kind of sometimes that place for me is a place where none of it matters, because everybody in a way leaves who they are at the steps of that place, and they're there for one purpose. And you'll hear during the Easter midnight liturgy, you'll hear Polish in the crowd more than any other language, but you'll hear Georgians, you will hear Greeks, you will hear Romanians, you will hear Russian, you will hear Ukrainian. You will hear a world of languages in one place. And we're all there for the same purpose. And that church is standing for that reason. And it's an emblem of peace and what we can accomplish and how we can live if we just leave each other alone. So when I get on my knees in that church, or when I'm standing in that church, I think of every other immigrant with a dream, or fears, or struggles that no one sees, or no one asks about. Standing there doing the exact same thing since the 1800s. And that makes me feel part of Poland.
So it's time to collect the kids from school because my wife and I promised to take them for an informative as well as educational and fun outing today. I've had to change my clothes because today's one of those days in Warsaw where we have all the seasons in one day and it's getting a little hot and I needed to get comfortable. So, gonna fetch the kids from school. See you later.
My name is Adita Sopchik and I have been married to Kiron for 11 years and I've been with him for I think 18 years. It's basically my whole life I've been with him, I've known him. I was born in Warsaw and when I was 2 years old, my parents decided to move to South Africa where my grandfather and my grandmother had already moved in the 70s. In high school is where I actually met Kiron and we knew each other, but he was 2 years below me at school and it was obviously not cool to speak to the guys or date a guy that was younger than you. So obviously I didn't date him. And in my first year of university, I went to a party and he was there and that's how we got talking.
Today, we're going to go and see the Warsaw Uprising Museum. And my wife has family and roots very tied to that event. I'm talking basically like child soldiers in a way.
Check here.
Wow, girls, you see how old these toys are? These are really old toys. And these kids were actually soldiers.
Look at this. Do you know what this is? This is pencils. My grandmother, whose house I actually now live in, when she was little, this is the house that she lived in. And I get to live here and raise my kids here. She fought in the war. She was part of the Warsaw Uprising. She was Mirosława Pankratz. She fought when she was a little girl. And that history breaks my heart that kids were able to be messengers and pass messages when they were actually supposed to just be out in the gardens playing.
Come check this out. You've also got teddy bears here. Look at these old teddy bears. And look at these wooden toys.
I've never... Oh, don't know if we can touch it. Don't think so.
Maybe. Yeah, do you want to feel it?
I also.
Okay.
I think about my own children having to wear army helmets and pick up a rifle. And I can't imagine a little kid who went last night from reading a book with her mom and dad, saying their prayers, holding a teddy bear and put on a uniform and pick up a rifle. And that is And you know, the thing is that I don't even have to be a Polish patriot. You just have to be a human being. And my wife's family did that. So my kids could come here and be who they're supposed to be, who God made them to be.
Sickles, you know what? There was no school. People had to go to school in someone's house. You weren't allowed to learn Polish. They had to hide and learn at school there. They were hiding there, hey?
That's why we're going to the museum, to show my kids, certain they're very sensitive, to show them what was, to feel grateful for what is, and to feel connected to that in a way that I can never, because they've got the blood of their mother, I don't.
we did promise the kids that they're gonna have some ice cream. And that's what we're here to do. So come on, kids, let's go get some ice cream. If my wife's good, she can get some as well.
Kiron is a man that has a lot of passion and a lot of love. When I met him until now, the one thing that I always knew he'd be good at would be a father. He is an outstanding father to the children. He's got like so much patience for them, and they like to climb on him, and they only want to see daddy. They are really daddy's little girls. Oh. Oh my goodness.
There you go, you can all have ice cream.
Okay. You remember, girls, did you ever see Mommy and Daddy's wedding video? Or wedding photo? When I put the cake into Daddy's face? Did you see it? Did I not show you the picture? That's exactly what I did, but Daddy didn't expect it. And I put it into his face.
Why?
Just for fun.
It was funny.
Just for fun.
Did everybody laugh at my wedding?
Uh-huh.
It
Everyone
was a
was there
real
at our wedding.
comedy show.
Everyone was there at our wedding.
And Mom and Dad forgot our wedding dance.
Yeah, we forgot our wedding dance.
You know, when you come to a place with empty and open hands, you can help or you can take. Choose which one you do first. Because if you come to help first, your hands will be full quicker than you think. Slavs are like this. Poles are like this. You come with open hands, they'll put something in it eventually. Just wait, just be patient. If you're here to take, you're in the wrong place. Because people here hold on to things very, very tightly. People for years have tried to take their culture. They're still doing it now. They're holding on to it. You don't come here to take, you come here to give and they'll share. You bring something, it's like at any Polish gathering, everybody brings a little something and then we share. No one's here to take. So, what you will get is a safe place to do that in. You'll get a place that is surprisingly, in all the historical ugliness that has happened here, something so beautiful. If you come to contribute to that and make it better, you'll get more than you ever expected. Come with open hands.